Well, no one could have said it better than James Bond. Bring back the PPP and we will have drugs running Guyana. Now this is a new source release. Darby Jr. and Duncan operates Guyana's largest drug trafficking operations. Senior police officer ensures safe passage of drugs, says U.S. Treasury Department. Now Guyana is almost right back to becoming a narco state. The U.S. Treasury Department Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC, has released details on the reason behind its sanction of 4 Guyanese nationals and 2 Colombian nationals, who the office says are responsible for trafficking tons of cocaine from South America to the United States, Europe, and the Caribbean. On the sanctioned businessman Paul Darby Jr. and Randolph Duncan, the U.S. government said the two operate the largest drug trafficking organization in Guyana and rely on maritime vessels and aircraft to conceal and traffic cocaine, while also allegedly bribing Guyanese officials to facilitate their drug trafficking operations. Well, this wouldn't be the first time I heard of government officials being bribed in this country from the OFAC. According to the report from the OFAC, Darb Jr. is known for trafficking ton quantities of cocaine, coordinating the shipment of loads from Colombia and Venezuela via aircraft, and utilize illegal airstrips in Guyana. The report also noted that Darby Jr. also relies on a network of individuals to conceal and transport cocaine in shipping containers from the ports of Guyana and Suriname, adding that he is also involved in the transporting of illegal gold from Guyana via maritime vessel. Now what this means, remember Mohammed is sanctioned. It means somebody is still transporting illegal gold. Someone is still transporting illegal gold from Guyana to our same maritime vessels. Now in the case of Randolph Duncan, the US government said he traffics cocaine from Guyana to Africa and the Caribbean, with Europe and the United States as the ultimate destination. I hear what's going on in this country, and the PPP. James Bond was right. The report said Buxton resident Mark Cornwell, who is also a former Guyana Police GFC officer, is a violent drug trafficker and associate of Darby Jr., and U.S. government reminds that Cornwell is wanted by the Guyana Police for his connection to the 2024 abduction of a former Guyanese police officer. This man wanted by the police? Meanwhile, the report also detailed the Guyana Police Senior Superintendent Anat Shah ensured safe passage to Colombian and Venezuelan drug traffickers through Region 1. The report noted that in September 2024, following the discovery of 4.4 tons of cocaine in Region 1 by Guyanese officials, Shah was removed as Divisional Commander of Region 1 and assigned to the GPF Transport Workshop. He was later assigned to another section of the police force and has been sent on administrative leave in the wake of the sanction. Now guys, I would advise that you go read this article. It's on New Source. Now here's the thing. Remember, Azadine Mohammed got sanctioned along with Nazir Mohammed, along with Miss Mia Thomas. But the government of Guyana seemed to be fixated on Azadine Mohammed and Shell Mohammed. Now the government is trying to say that it's not because the Mohammeds have political ambitions. But if that wasn't the case, that the man political ambition, along with the man rapid rise to stardom and becoming the favorite for the president of Guyana, if these things don't have anything to do with the government attacking T. Mohammed, why don't they say anything about May Thomas, who was permanent secretary in 2 ministries of this government of Guyana, Home Affairs Ministry and I believe it's local government today. So what we will have to look and observe going forward is if the government are going to be just as vested in these men's case, these wealthy businessmen along with this high-ranking police officer, as they are invested in Azadine Mohammed's case. Now what stuck out about this report also is that this is when they said the report noted that in September 2024, following the discovery of 4.4 tons of cocaine in Region 1 by Guyanese officials, Shaw was removed as Divisional Commander of Region 1 and assigned to GPF Transport Workshop. He was later assigned to another section of the police force and has been sent on administrative leave in the wake of this sanction. Now, after this, cocaine would have been found in Region 1, 4.4 ton. Apparently, this guy here was the top guy in Region 1. Now, this guy should have been brought in on serious questioning. But instead of, this guy being investigated, it seemed like if the guy was just moved and sent to another location. And this is what we speak about with the standing government. There are many people holding high offices that are involved in corruption. Now we see that are involved in drugs and drug trafficking and all kind of trafficking. But the government says nothing about them. The government is quiet about them. Now, in 2024, this guy was moved as a result of the cocaine. I didn't even know this happened. Now we are hearing this happen, and we have to hear it from the OFAC. So, this is the issue we have with the government. They have good people starving in a corner, all because they don't want to sing the rhetoric of the government, and they seem to somehow aid and abet criminalities within a serious force like the police force. Now, the police are supposed to protect us. Now, how can Guyanese feel protected? And this is what I was saying the other day. The junior police that have gone into the police force to make a difference, I feel sorry for you. Because these guys have you guys selling out your dignity, integrity, and principles for $105,000, which is the salary that the government pays to police officers, junior officers in this country. And I feel it for you. Because the corruption at the top, you guys can't even say that you want to make a difference, because I know that they move you guys to Mountain Branch and they demote you guys and they treat you guys like trash. And the people that doing the crime, they get exalted, they get paid top dollars, and you guys face the stigma. It's the same way Khaled Mandal today is on administrative leave. Even though he was one of the most senior rank at the Double Day Hotel when Adriana Young lost her life, he's just on administrative leave. And whenever he comes back out from administrative leave, we haven't even heard of the investigation what's going on with Adriana Young up until today. And when he comes back off of administrative leave, he might be at a new location or at the same location. Look and see. And there will be no accountability by the government of Guyana. And this is the problems that this is what we are highlighting, because this is what we're seeing. Now, James Bond, back in 2016, he had a mouthful to say about what will happen if we bring back the PPP. James Bond clearly was right on the money with every single word. And even though what James Bond predicted ever since 2017 is here today, James Bond seemed to be fighting against himself, because we could see the corruption in the police force. We see the drugs. Now, this is what James Bond was saying in 2017. Bring back what? Bring back who? When you bring back the PPPC or bring back Jack Dio, please understand what you're saying. Same James Bond that said when he meet Jack Dio, he want to be just like he, right? He said bring back 16% VAT. The VAT's still there. Bring back extrajudicial killing. You're not going to say too much about that. Don't. Bring back rampant corruption. We see the corruption in the procurement process in the police and other ministries. Bring back weakened security sector. We see it. Venezuela playing upscotch with we borders. Bring back raping of our natural resources. We just recorded the lowest VAT to GDP ratio in the Latin Americas. Bring back race domination in the foreign service. Bring back no youth policy. Bring back money laundering. Bring back drug trafficking. James Bond, you was right. And you're still right up until today. I can't understand how James Bond fighting against himself now. Now, everything that James Bond deduced is being shown, has been brought to the light today. The mask of the beast have been removed. And you guys are seeing it for yourselves. Now, like I always say, take what you get from these rich men. Take what you get from these rich men. Our incumbent, it's your constitutional right. But do not sell your soul, sell your principles, sell your dignity, and act like you don't have any sense and don't see the dysfunctions of this government and stand for them. You empower them when you weaken yourself and you weaken your brothers and your sisters. Open your eyes. This is an Eternity Enterprise presentation. Y'all stay safe.